The Last Leaf of Hope. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived two friends, Fran and Joshua. They were both artists and shared a small apartment. Fran was a kind and cheerful woman, while Joshua was a quiet and serious man. One autumn, a terrible illness swept through the village. Many people fell sick, including Joshua. He became very weak and had to stay in bed. Fran took care of him as best she could, but Joshua's condition worsened day by day. The leaves on the trees outside their window began to change color and fall. As the days went by, Joshua became more and more convinced that he would not recover. He lay in bed, looking out at the tree outside, and his face grew paler with each passing day. One morning, Fran noticed that Joshua was even more despondent than usual. She asked him what was wrong, and he replied, "I can't bear to see the leaves falling. It reminds me of how weak I am, and I fear I won't make it through the winter." Fran tried to comfort him, but she couldn't think of anything to say that would make him feel better. She was worried about her friend and didn't know what to do. That day, as Fran went about her daily routine, she noticed that the leaves on the tree outside their window were falling rapidly. It was as if they were being blown away by a strong wind, even though the day was calm. Fran's heart sank as she realized that Joshua was watching the leaves too, and they were making him feel even worse. She knew she had to do something to lift his spirits. Fran had an idea. She decided to paint a picture on the wall of their apartment. She would paint a beautiful green leaf on a branch and make it look so real that Joshua would believe it was a real leaf. Fran worked tirelessly on her painting, carefully adding every detail to make it look just like a leaf on the tree outside. When she was finished, she stepped back and admired her work. It looked so lifelike that she was amazed herself. Fran called Joshua over to the wall and showed him the painting. She said, "Joshua, look at this leaf. It's the last leaf on the tree outside, and it's holding on despite the cold and the wind. It's a symbol of hope and strength. Just like you, my dear friend." Joshua looked at the painting and smiled weakly. He said, "Thank you, Fran, it's beautiful. I'll try to be as strong as that leaf." As the days passed, Joshua continued to get weaker, but he kept looking at the painting of the last leaf. He found comfort in the idea that it was a symbol of hope and resilience. One morning, Fran woke up to find that a fierce storm had blown through the village during the night. When she looked out the window, she saw that all the leaves on the tree had been blown away, except for one, the last leaf she had painted. Fran rushed to Joshua's bedside and told him the good news. Tears of joy filled his eyes as he realized that the last leaf had given him the strength to keep fighting. Over time, Joshua's health slowly improved. He believed that the last leaf had saved his life and given him hope during his darkest days. Fran and Joshua learned that sometimes, even a small act of kindness and a symbol of hope can make a big difference in someone's life. They continued to live in their small apartment, surrounded by the reminder of the last leaf, and they cherished their friendship more than ever. Vocabulary: autumn, autumn, autumn. Bed, bed, bed. Leaves, leaves, leaves. Painting, painting, painting. Wind, wind, wind. Tears, tears, tears.